you have a different model. You don't, you, when you coach patients, your goal is not to be their coach for the rest of their life, right?
Absolutely.
Tell me about that.
So I have a program that I run people through, and it's called Transform Your Health, Turn Back Time. And it's a group program. It's a hybrid group one-on-one. So I do provide one-on-one coaching over the 3 months. There's a lot of group interaction. There's a Facebook group. And my goal is that the community supports each other, and I provide education and I help people understand root cause. I have a lot of pre-recorded education that they can watch and they can learn on their own. And then I do group sessions where we just talk about mindset and overcoming barriers. And over the 3 months, I'm not telling them what to eat. I'm not saying, okay, here's your points or your macros or your calories. I don't give them that. I say, this is what your food should look like. It should be whole food.
Right.
It should be whole, unprocessed food, and in these, proportions. And here's here's ways that you can meal prep and prepare those foods. But I'm not going to give you a specific list of things to eat, because you need to be resourceful. You need to figure those things out so that when this program's done, you have learned how to intuitively eat. And you've learned how to listen to your body and know what feels good and what doesn't feel good. And it works. I mean, people are losing 20 pounds in 6 weeks. And then they continue to lose over the second 6 weeks of the program. And they learn how to cook. They learn how to food prep. They learn they learn how to trust themselves, and they learn how to trust their body and know what feels good and doesn't feel good. It's pretty transformative.
So tell me a little bit more about your program. Is it a 6-week program? Is it how is that? You talked a little bit about the elimination over the first couple of weeks. Can you tell us a little bit about the program?
It's a 3-month program, and anyone that joins can be a part of the Facebook community for life. I haven't made that a paid membership at this point. So a lot of people have finished the 3 months and they're still a part of the community. So it's kind of a life program in some regards. But it's split into 2 phases. So the first phase is an elimination. We call it the release, and people lose pretty considerable amounts of weight if they want to. It's not just a weight loss program. It works very well as a weight loss program, but for people who don't want to lose weight, I modify it for them so that they don't lose weight, but they get rid of a lot of inflammation. They can still improve blood sugars, and just improve general health. So we eliminate for 6 weeks, release for 6 weeks, detox. And then the second 6 weeks is building upon that foundation of what they learned. So it's building on, okay, I actually did just fine on this elimination diet, and I feel good, and my energy levels are good, and I lost weight, and everything's great. So this doesn't have to just be a flash in the pan, lose weight, and then go back to my old. This is my way of life now. Although now I'm bringing back a few things here and there and seeing how my body feels on these different foods. So in my case, when I went through it, I didn't really need to lose weight, but I ended up losing 10 to 15 pounds anyway, because I was trying to follow it pretty closely. But my energy levels increased, my inflammation dropped, my running injuries essentially went away. I felt great. And then when I started to bring things back, I learned, I don't do well on garbanzo beans, and I don't, feel good when I have this grain. So that's kind of where we learn how the lifestyle part's going to work for us as individuals, and what foods are going to feel good in our body and what foods don't feel good in our body. And then how do we take what we learned and just make it a lifestyle so that we feel good and have this, reduced levels of inflammation and better skin and better, movement in our body for life. And then I start teaching about exercise at that point too, in the second half, like how do you incorporate joyful movement? And we really focus a lot on getting good quality sleep and stress management and, activating the vagal nerve and just really, and breathing, breath work. There's a lot of stuff in there.